Shift episode 175 with an unbelievable, fantastic, dynamic, and handsome guest on today, the iconic Robert Irvine. Super pumped. Dialing in from Miami. I hope that you guys can hear me well and that the service is all right. Joseph and Alex, how do I sound? Robert, I see you on here, brother. We're going to bring you on in less than five. And we're super pumped about it too. So there's that. Uncle Dave.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing great, man. Miami. And
yeah, your bachelor party.
Yeah. Yes. I'm finding it hard to keep up with my brother and his friends, and they have 8 years on me. They're like uncaged animals. They need this more than I do, but I'm having a great time.
They definitely do, trust me.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm amazing. Just gonna go to a wedding from one of my interns from years and years ago. He's getting married, and we stopped by yesterday to his rehearsal dinner. Got to see all of the old crew that I had, and I'm super excited about that. And then Justin's having his baby shower earlier as well. So the life cycle keeps on coming, and it's coming for you as well, Mr. Siegel.
Yes, it is. And super exciting stuff, and just a new chapter of life, and I'm embracing it all. Who's the intern? Anyone I know, or from before my time?
Way before your time. Matt Taramino. But Bradley was there, and Gus, and I get to see Iris and Shayna today. I cannot wait. Some of the OG Sports One marketing interns.
Good stuff. I love it. What are you nibbling on over there? Anything good?
Say again?
What are you nibbling on over there?
Kirkland protein bars. It's my morning routine. So
nice.
Yeah, we got a big filming week, so we have Monday and Tuesday 2-minute drill, season 6. Wednesday I have a new show. Michael Chandler, James Maslow, Roy Katai, and myself. Even Jason Waller with GoFundMe, and then this guy loves my wife.
I know.
That's awesome. And you and I are both thieves. So, hey, Kareem, or whatever your name is, my cell phone number, I'd love to heal you, is 858-688-3294. Because if this is how you want to spend your time, not with nonsense, Irvine Bar, better. Yeah, Joey, send me some. But anyways, I forget what the fuck I was saying.
Yeah.
Anyways,
okay. The new show. The new show.
Yeah. So GoFundMe, and then Thursday, our new event center podcast studio at the Palazzo, biggest poker room in Vegas, is opening Thursday, and we're blessed to do our playbook out of there. And then Friday we launch season 6 of Office Hours. So that content, we got 12 episodes coming out on Apple TV, streaming there, and Reach TV. So you'll see us at the airports again. And then I'm going to a special launch party with Silver Oak in Napa on Saturday. So this week was all at home and helping people that need help and getting settled. And then next week's back doing what we do, and I'm super excited.
I love it. Great stuff. I'll ask you a quick nugget, and we'll bring on an unbelievable guest, Chef Robert Irvine. I'm super pumped for. What is something that you're doing right now, Dave, to elevate your consciousness?
Well, several things. 1, meditation, and 2, my sleep routine. I think those 2 practices to put myself in an unwinding position to recover and access information, and then use meditation to transcend that information to elevate the vibration, know where my baseline is, understanding frequency of that which is interfering with a great, omniscient, all-powerful source of frequency. It seems to be my best practices. Man, has it been a while. Hey, Robert, how are you?
Hey, how are you? Listen, what is this protein bar? Why are you not eating Irvine's protein bar?
I just saw that, man.
Dude, come on.
I'm all over it.
Robert, thanks for joining us. It's great to finally connect with you. And good morning. Where are you dialing in from?
So I am in Baltimore today. I just came back from DC, Hawaii last week. I'm like you. I'm all over the joint. I couldn't remember my room number this morning.
And let's kick it off right there. For anyone that's not familiar in our community, do a deep dive, play catch up, check out all the awesome stuff Robert's got going on. But just alluding to what you just mentioned, I know how busy you are and so many hats that you wear and so many different businesses that you run. How do you do your best to make sure that everything is running smoothly when there's only one of you to go around?
Well, the important thing is for me is that I have the right team in place. We've got 7,500 folks. I've got a great leadership team, 13 companies, from drones to protein bars to food to clothing, AI, all the rest of the stuff, distillery. It's putting the right people in the right place and hold them accountable. Give a vision of what you want and hold them accountable for it. And I've been lucky. I've had my team for almost 16 years. So, as we bring new people on, they get indoctrinated into our way of thinking, which is if I phone you, pick up the phone within 15 minutes, because some of the stuff we do affects our military and saves lives.
I love it.
You know what's
Dave,
so,
go ahead.
yeah, I'm gonna say so interesting and working and having so many companies and traveling like Robert does, but working with so many people like Robert. One of the lessons that I've learned as I'm getting older is just simple humility. When people say, "How does everything run so smoothly?" I think mismanaging the expectations of the younger generation of entrepreneurs. If you don't realize by now, you're either humble or you're about to be, and things are not running smoothly. They're running better and better, and it's our teams that allow us to look good and make it look as if everything's running smoothly. But progress in not perfection for me has always been the trajectory that I look at. And some of the greatest entrepreneurs like Robert, I know by the laughter and the giggle, they know that if we knew what it was going to take and we knew what it does take to do what we do, there's no way we would do it. Exactly. So let's just pretend like everything's running smoothly so we can inspire the future entrepreneurs that own 13 business, have thousands of employees. One last thing, Robert, and this will make you laugh. When I was a young entrepreneur, my dad told me similar things, and he was a great entrepreneur. My favorite line was, he said, "David, if you don't like someone, tell them, I hope you have thousands of employees, many office buildings, and they'll think you're complimenting them. And they'll say, oh my God, Dave Meltzer wants me to be super successful." And what I learned from him was you actually have just cursed him, because nothing's more difficult than having thousands of employees in overhead. And it is a challenge every day to have thousands of employees in overhead.
Well, I say the same thing. I say, look, kill them with kindness, because they're always jealous, or there's always something. And when you're going to get haters no matter what you do, who you are, at some point somewhere. And I just look, if I can help you in any way, here's my phone number. And it's so funny because it shuts them down, and they're like, why is he giving me his phone number? Why is he doing that? But it is what it is. Yeah, I would never have told you 10 years ago we'd have the companies that we have. I was at the Pentagon all day yesterday, helping with the modernization of the food service across the Joint Force. Tonight we've got OER and a concert, and we're feeding some military folks there from our foundation, so that's really cool. And then we're off to Estonia, Lithuania, and Latvia next week. So,
I love it. Yeah, and so much alignment. Dave just literally did the same thing. Gave a hater his phone number, but they won't call.
No, they won't. But it takes the armor or the sword or the ammunition away from them.
Yeah, 100%.
And I love, you got to pray for their happiness as well, because happy people don't waste their time trying to hurt people. Hurt people hurt people. We all know that. Craig, this is an extraordinary moment for the paradigm shift. So what are you most curious about to ask Robert, maybe in the business sense of a lesson or a takeaway?
Yeah, first of all, I have so many things to ask him. So please take this conversation. One of your awesome books is called Overcoming Impossible. For someone listening right now that's like, wow, that sounds beautiful. How does one overcome impossible, Robert?
Well, it's all different, right? So I just did a big keynote for Aramark in Chicago, and I opened up my line saying, "Look, you're all regional managers and CEOs of companies and supporting companies. I'm not going to teach you anything about how to run your business, but what I am going to teach you is to listen, because I feel there are actually five steps to success in any business, right? Overcoming impossible is if you're working with people, and I wrote that book because I could only do one show a week because it's real time, 48 hours. And I couldn't help all these other businesses that couldn't be on TV. So it starts with empathetic leadership, right? What does that mean? Understand the people you work with, that maybe you have an autistic daughter, son, your mom fell down this morning, broke her leg, all those things that when you go to work, you're thinking about. So you're not necessarily thinking about work, you're going through emotion because you got all this up here that's going on that you're worried about. And if I know you and I see that, I go up to you and I say, "Hey, what's going on? Tell me what's going on." "Oh, I'm having a problem." "Go home. I've got you. Go home. Go take care of your family." Because that way, my employees, and I have a lot of them, know that I care about them. So when they come back, fully paid, by the way, when they come back, they're going to be loyal to me. They're going to do whatever needs to be done. The second thing is the trust thing. And that goes into what I just said there. Third thing is authenticity, because you can't be a boss that's up and down all the time and a high and low. You can't be, an asshole 1 minute and the nicest guy the next minute, because the people don't understand who you are. And the last thing is ego. People are there to help you, and so it's your ego, but also their ego. And the listening piece is so. And I'm telling you, from a guy that didn't listen in the beginning, it's like, "Nope, it's going my way. It's the way it's going to happen." But you'll notice in the later part of the show, so the show's been on 13, 14, 15 years. You'll see the later editions, I start to listen more instead of saying, "Okay, I know what you need. Show me your paperwork. I know what you need. You suck at this, you suck at that." But the more I started to listen to them and their original idea, the more I could help them and spend time really helping them, instead of, just putting paper and wallpaper and new floors and tables and chairs and menus. And I do that in every business. So whether it be a drone business, whether it be Comcast, NBC, Universal, American Airlines, it doesn't matter. The problems in those businesses are scalable, just like a small mom and pop operation.
Beautifully said.
Yeah, it's amazing because the value is so important in providing that value. And what I've learned over the years from also making the exact same mistakes of thinking I know what I don't know, and what I call ignorant arrogance. And it is worse, the ignorant arrogance with the people we love, because we're actually more afraid for the people we love. So we're even more ignorant and arrogant, not just contestants on our shows. But in the context of that, when we understand value is only given in two ways, and we have to listen in order to figure it out. If we want to provide value to people, it's giving them more of what they like or what they want, or taking away what they don't like or what they don't want. Some, if not all. And when I watch your 15 seasons of content, I can really see, even in the ignorant, arrogant days of the beginning, when you could just tell them what to do, it was because you really knew what most people that value, what they liked and what they didn't like. But it's the subtleties and the nuances that later in our lives that we start really listening and hearing. Would it help you if, instead of, "You should do this"? And I hear a lot with Robert of, "Hey, would it help you if I did this for you? Or would it help you if you changed this?" Instead of just dictating, "Hey, I know what you should do. You should do this." And I think it's a really great lesson. The faster we learn why God gave us 2 ears and only one mouth, we're a lot better off in the value
Yeah,
realm
because
of things.
you have to look. It's easy for me to design a restaurant, redo a company. It takes me 2 days to figure out a Fortune 500 company's mistakes. It's really easy. Paperwork is number one. Talk to the people on the floor or wherever you. Number two, and they come up with a plan, the strategy to fix it. You know, we don't have that in the show. We have 48 hours, but I get to be told the things that I can never share with you on TV, right? Never. Somebody was raped. Somebody was beat up. Some, you know, all the things that are bad, I get to hear about, whether I want to or not. But then I have a responsibility to make sure that I help that person or them people with counseling, with whatever they need to make sure that they become whole again. And that's interesting thing about reality TV, especially my reality, because it is real. So one thing I do, I'm very transparent. I bring people on set to help me, volunteers, so they can actually see the full process and watch it and see it for real. And they go away and they talk about it and say, "Oh my God, this is what happened." Because I feel then that vindicates somebody saying, "Oh, that's all fake. That's all fake. That's all fake," and none of my shows are fake. And I remember when I started with Food Network, they wanted me to say certain things, and I say, "No, that's not. I would never say that. That's not who I am. I'm not doing that." And eventually, I got to be me. So when you saw me angry, I was angry. When I was sad, I was sad. The emotions that we have in life in general, with your kids, with your husband, your wives, your businesses, ups and downs, I've been in every one of them myself. So I get it. I understand it. So I'm only giving experience of what I've been through to make you better.
That's why they won't let you shadow the Big Brothers and housewife shows. They would be surprised how staged everything is. So I love that.
If it's not written, if it's not written and there's not enough alcohol on the set, then you're not going to get the drama. My drama comes naturally.
This is awesome. I'm very blessed right now to have all this wisdom. Robert, you made your name as a chef, but I think that at the end of the day, your legacy will probably be as one of the most dynamic entrepreneurs ever. You also do a lot of philanthropic work. What does legacy mean to you? And is that something that you think about?
I do think about it. I'm going to be serious every day. And the legacy is not an ego thing. Legacy for me is, did I come into this world and make it a better place? My foundation is my biggest baby. If you tell you I cook, I only cook for the military, or I cook on TV. I don't cook in anywhere else. We have restaurants, we have chefs. I don't do that anymore. My legacy is, how do I make somebody's life better? Is it helping somebody walk across the road, opening the car door, listening to somebody because they may want to commit suicide, buying groceries to somebody. Our foundation is all about mental and physical health. Fitness, yes, but with dogs and wheelchairs that are very unique. Dean Kamen, the Segway guy, made me a wheelchair that stands people up and goes up and down stairs, and it's amazing. But I want to see people have better lives. We are blessed, all of us, to have a platform to be able to make that happen, whether it's TV, radio, podcasts, newspapers, whatever. And every day I wake up, I sincerely want to make a difference. Look, you're always going to get haters out there. You're going to get this, you're going to get that. But I'm like, yeah, as I said, I don't care what you feel or what you think. Call me, don't worry about it. But that legacy to me is, when I die, how many people's lives did I touch? You know, I run into some people yesterday that I made a meal for in Afghanistan. And you know, I was with a 4-star vice chief of the army yesterday in the Pentagon. I've been doing this stuff in the military for almost 20 years, you know, because I believe it. I believe that America has forgotten about military. But also, here's another thing that might shock you about our firefighters, our police officers, our doctors, our nurses, our teachers, our EMTs, our 911 operators. Nobody talks about them. Yet, what's the first thing we do? Oh, we need help. But nobody takes care of them. And I think that's my responsibility to make sure that everything I do, they come up in them conversations. Because if this building was on fire now, and I'd be walking out the door, the firefighters would be running in to put it out. And yet I was so appalled, and I'm still appalled, and I'm still trying to do something about it. And if you can help me, you help me. Why are firefighters paying for their own lunch when they're on duty? This to me is unfathomable. When they're doing a service, the governments, the states, the whatever should be paying for their lunches. It should be, it should be a program. That's one of the things I'm working on now. But so that's what the legacy is to me. Robert Irvine was a good guy. He did this when he was here.
You're beautiful. Yeah. Dave, you've been talking about stuff like that too a lot lately.
Yeah, well, it's amazing, as the brand gets bigger, and I look to people like Robert. Him and I were blessed to have a couple meals in Vegas, Mr. Desage and Richardson, a few others over the years. And so I watch and see how people get to where they want to be or better. In the military, I'm doing a movie with Angelo Pizzo about first responders. Right. And it's an analogous movie about the 1920s in New York City, that they would train horses because the horses carried the fire carts behind it. And these horses were trained to be so loyal and empathetic that they would stand not only next to fire, which is counterintuitive to a horse to stand next to fire, but they would stand there and actually burn and not move to save other people's lives. And to me, it's analogous to the teachers, the firefighters, the police officers, our United States veterans. I just want to point this out because I love having any platform. People don't realize not only aren't we supporting the most important people that give us our freedom, that Robert, Craig, and I are blessed to live these lives. I grew up with nothing, and I have more than enough of everything. But our U.S. vets, more U.S. veterans kill themselves every day than a mass murder. So there's actually a self-imposed mass murder of people who have saved our lives, who have provided us riches beyond belief and freedom to do what we want, when we want, with who we want, for as long as we want. And yet we're not paying attention and giving back to these people. So I hate to use this as a soapbox, but I'm with Robert. Any chance I get, I want to say thank you for an unbelievable journey in a life that I never could have imagined in the ghetto in Akron, Ohio, without being LeBron James. I'm not a great basketball player. I'm just a simple guy who works hard, and I've been given so much by this company. I want to encourage people, inspire them to give back. So when I see people that are unhappy and hurtful, I always say 10%, Robert, 10% of the people are going to love you no matter what. 10% are going to hate you no matter what. Well, what are we going to do with the 80% that just aren't so sure about our intentions? And we have to be repetitive and intentional about inspiring them. So thank you so much for all that you're doing in that realm, and keep it in. Also, make sure you use the Irvine bars, not the Kirkland ones, please. I'm going today and ordering them on Amazon. I know I can get them on there.
Yeah, here's the thing. So you talk about legacy. So twice a week, somewhere around the world, Afghanistan, Iraq, Poland, Spain, Syria, Germany, England, Scotland, wherever we have bases and we have people, we feed. It's called Breaking Bread with Heroes. We feed anywhere from 300 to 3,000 every week, somewhere around the week. The men and women who wear the classification are firefighters. 4th of July in New Jersey, Margate, I was doing and Longport, I was doing a dinner for firefighters and first responders. I'm the same way. I'm like, I pound the pavement every TBA, every chance I get. I want to talk about, hey, look, all our businesses, number one, I don't put my name on anything that I don't own, literally. The protein bars, we own the manufacturing, we own the liquor, we do the same thing. But a big portion of that money that we raise goes into the foundation to be able to do the things that we do. Just come back from Normandy, which, look, we all heard about Normandy, World War II. I grew up in England, which was very, very much in World War II. To be there with 168 of our greatest generation, and listen, and my foundation and American Airlines took 68. Delta took some folks. We fed them for a week, and we walked them through St. Marguerite's. And I mean, what blew my mind, this is what blew my mind. David, you would probably get this. Young French kids wearing GI uniforms and refurbished GI Jeeps and half tracks and all the things that were left refurbished in encampments, in American encampments, these French kids. It was absolutely blew me away. We don't even have that pride in our military here in the United States. And yet there we are, a liberated, I'm not saying in Paris, but definitely the liberated coastline. It really blew me away. And then spending time with these amazing guys was something really special.
Yeah, well, I think you're really special. And this is awesome. And I'm going to land the plane with one final nugget. And by the way, I want to encourage everybody, again, our communities, to go check out everything Robert has going on. Such good stuff.
Did Robert send any liquor for your bachelor party?
Not yet, no.
For your bachelor party?
That's where I'm at right now.
Dude, count me in. As long as you got tequila and beer, I'm in. And a bunch of other guys.
My wife would not let me even close to his bachelor.
That's why
so I'm sitting
there. Ask you.
Mine's great. Look, I'm married to a professional wrestler who's probably the best person to ever handle me in any way, shape, or form, and can control me. She tells me every day, women are the better race, and I'm like, yep, you're exactly right.
And Craig's getting married. He's about to find out. There's no doubt. That is the truest statement of today.
I love it. I love professional wrestling too. All right, final nugget. Robert, I was checking out your content, which everybody should, and you said 2 very important questions to ask yourself. Why not you, and why not now?
Well, look, if it's not you, it's somebody else doing it. So why should it not be you? We look up. Here's the thing. I think we look up at the stars at night, and you saw what I wrote in the beginning of the book. For those that look up the stars at the night and say, why not me? Why, when? Dave, we come from the same background, right? I grew up with nothing. I joined the military. I worked hard. I learned a skill. Nobody gave me anything. My mother still lives in the same house I lived in 50 years ago, right? She's not rich. She's not this. She doesn't want anything. I take care of her. But it's the attitude that we have, and you just mentioned it. The youngsters today, they want everything given to them. It's an instant gratification society. I'm saying pay your way, work hard, believe, and this is a word, believe in what you're doing, and then go out and preach it. And I don't mean like a preacher. I mean go out and do it and bring people for the ride. And when you become successful, you bring them same people that made you successful with you, if they want to come, and you do it and you continue to do it. That's all I've done with my companies. I always say this, I laugh. Look, I make eggs for a living, right? I make good eggs. But the people around me, my chefs are way better chefs than I will ever be. My partners, my team, they're way better. They don't have what I have, and I don't have what they have. I have a vision. I can execute the vision and then hold them accountable with them to do it. But I give them, unlike today, I give them the opportunity to do what they want to do that enhances the business the way they want to do it. Look at our military, and I use this as a great example. We let a 19-year-old kid fly off a Global Hawk, a $180 million drone with a little stick, because they're good at these games. What other Fortune 500 company CEO would give a 19-year-old $180 million to go and do what you want to do with? I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody. No.
Just two quick things to add, right? It's an attitude. I look for one thing in people around me. Do you have a desire that you must be what you can be? And it's a why me attitude that will shut you down, but it's the try me attitude that will get you there. And there's just, for me, 5 things that I say. Hey, what do you want? Who can you help and who can help you? 3, how can we get it done? And 4, let's prioritize what it's going to take to do, say, think, feel, and believe what it's going to take to get it done. And then let's not search for our why. Let's apply our why, and with the word try. And if we have that attitude, that desire, I've been, Robert, since I met you and you were an early guest on my podcast, Playbook, I've had 1,906 episodes. And there's one common denominator of every single person. They all have the desire that they must be what they can be. And they fail all the way through it, but that desire keeps them moving forward. And eventually the people that laugh at you, scoff at you, make fun of you, and attack you will applaud you. And I just want to tell you, I applaud you, my friend, and keep doing what you're doing for this world. Your legacy is already living, and it will continue to grow. So thank you for coming on.
You're too kind, man. I appreciate it.
This is the Milestone episode. Real quick before we hop off, Robert and Dave, what's the best way for everyone watching right now to support you, and how can they get involved? Robert.
Well, look, I have robertirvinefoundation.org on Twitter or X. It's at Robert Irvine, and everything else is at Chef Irvine on social media, at Chef. It's only Twitter. And you know it's me doing it because it's 140 characters with no punctuation. And for the punctuation police out there, I don't care. Get over it. That's the way people know it's me. That's how you get over those.
Dave?
Me, it's the email. I love people emailing me. I'm old school. So david@dmeltzer.com. I am on every other platform, but I like a personalized email. I personally email everyone back. Free books, I sign them, send them to you, pay for shipping in the books, exercises, guides, free Friday trainings for almost 25 years. So I'm getting old, but please email me, david@dmeltzer.com. I'm here to be of service and of value, and blessed to be with Craig Siegel and Robert Irvine. So thank you both.
Boys, thank you. Best way to finish the bachelor party with you two. Love you
Stay
guys.
sober.
Hey, the difference is we'll make sure you get back home. We won't shave off your head and leave you on the roundabout.
Love it. Thank you, guys. Love you both. Have a great rest of the weekend.
Bless you both.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye, guys.